were giving advice to a grower that had a shattercane problem, I would say your best option is to add an additional late post application. Hi, my name is Emma Gaither. I'm a PhD candidate in weed science for Dr. Reed Smeda at the University of Missouri. And I'm going to talk about one of my research projects on Shattercane emergence. So here in this field here, I have some PVC rings. Inside those rings, I planted 500 Shattercane seeds. Each ring is a different biotype, and then I have 5 replications. We also put in soil probes to collect soil temp and soil moisture data. And then I came out during growing season and collected emergence counts weekly for the entire season until I no longer saw any Shattercane emergence. And I did this for 2 years, and at the end of the second year, I had enough emergence data to create some seedling emergence modeling. Now, the idea behind doing this modeling and the purpose of the study was just to inform growers who had a Shattercane problem. A companion study with this was a resistance screening, and we screened to glyphosate, glufosinate, ACCase inhibitors, and ALS inhibitors to see if we had any resistance issues. That all came back fine, so our herbicides are still working on Shattercane. So the Shattercane issues that some growers are seeing is more likely due to population shifts and some genetic population dynamics between these different biotypes. So I developed some models. I used hydrothermal time to develop these models, which is just a modified version of growing degree days that allows for the incorporation of a soil moisture parameter in addition to soil temperature. And from those models, I was able to see that the emergence of Shattercane does vary by location. So my seeds from central Missouri had a pretty different emergence pattern than my seeds from Illinois. And then the seeds from northern Missouri versus the boot heel were also very different. So from that, I think that we can say that that is due to different planting dates. So obviously in the south end in Illinois, you're planting a lot earlier than you would be in northern Missouri. And I was also able to glean from these models that Shattercane emergence doesn't peak until July to August. So for our corn producers who have a Shattercane problem, if you're not having this weed come up until late July or August, you're having emergence outside of your residual control window. So you're not making any more applications. Any residual herbicide activity in the soil is gone by that point of the season. So the Shattercane is able to take advantage of that and come up in a field. Now, because we were able to pick up on these environmental differences, we're able to say that this is likely a genetic shift in the populations. So although we have not done genomic analysis, we can theorize that the differences between ecotypes is likely due to differences in their genetics. We've seen some of these population dynamic shifts in other weed species as well. So this isn't a novel idea, but we've yet to see it in Shattercane. So if I were giving advice to a grower that had a Shattercane problem, I would say your best option is to add an additional late post application. I know nobody wants to go back in and do another herbicide application, but that's really the only option to control Shattercane since it is emerging so late in the season. This is the last year of this project for me because I'm graduating in December, but thank you for tuning in and have a good day.